Hello again, Scott from the Retro Gamer Forum and other endeavours. Haven't posted a video for a few more days, just finishing off work really. Work finishes tomorrow, and just give a quick update on my run, and then we're going to have a look at a couple of games later on in the video. I've got to the point now where, as I think I said, apart from one console, the Neo Geo, I've pretty much got everything I'd like to collect. So I picked up the odd oddity. This is a friend who got me this, or was throwing out this old laptop, some Toshiba, and I thought, oh, where's the USB drive? It doesn't have one, it's got a floppy disk drive, so I'm going to do some research on that. It's an IBM style laptop. I don't know if there's any use at all, whether I can put some emulators on it or just as some sort of curiosity. That's there next to the Amstrad. Down at the bottom is where I keep all my controllers, various other cables, various things like that. So there's quite a few of those. I don't have a second Saturn pad, which I need to pick up, but yeah, there's lots of controllers there, sort of out of the way-ish. Over here is the 8-bit area, which has got Spectrum, zoom in a bit, and Amstrad, Commodore 64 titles. There's quite a few in the back there, so it will take me years to go through all of those, apart from the loading times. Not something I'm going to play all the time, but something which is always there, particularly if I'm playing another game and I can load it in the background and give it a quick go. Yes, you can emulate them, but you can pick these games up for next to nothing, and I found that people give me them for free and various other things, and if I can return the favour I will. So that's just a collection of various games. There's loads there, from your Manic Miners to everything else. So nice to have, but not something I play every day. So back to the main console. So we've been through that video before, I'm not going to go again. Did the ColecoVision, Intellivision, various other systems. Tonight I'm going to be playing a bit of PlayStation 3, as well as a Dreamcast game that Steve aka Felgakart lent me. Darren's from Retro Gamers stolen my thunder on this, but he's lent me Rush Rush Rally Racing, one of the very latest releases on Dreamcast. Whether you regard these as official or not, I'm not sure. But apparently it's a good game. I had a quick look, so I'm going to have a play myself. I do like Supercars and Super Sprint, those kind of games, so hopefully that will be good. And then to my main game selection, I'll just kind of pan out. Actually starts over in the corner. I have some unsorted rubbish down here, which is DVDs and books and various things. I don't normally show my scruffy area, and lots of kids films for Grace, which are just in storage. My Intellivision games, which are up there, some PS1 games, some Master System games, 2600 games, various other bits and bobs, bits scruffy, and at the bottom are some PC games, Half-Lives, Far Cry's, etc. I said before, it's like a display cabinet. There's not much in there. A few tags. This is one from the last event, Retro Reunited. It's me. The links, which I'm going to have try and do a gameplay video of, Game Gear, some books, various other things there. A book out there at the moment, and then my main collection, so which is here. And I think, as you can see now, poor old me, eh? But the area is pretty much, I can put some more games on there, but it's pretty much full up, and maybe I need to start thinking about whether collecting endlessly is really the way to go. It's hardly a misery having an extremely large library of games, but what I've noticed is, I'll come into the room, as you can see here, and I'll look through the library, and it's the equivalent of going on Sky and flicking channels. I'll put one game on, and I'll put it on for 5 minutes, and then I'll think, there must be something else I could play, and of course there is, but I really shouldn't. So I'm determined to play one game at a time, and if not to completion, at least to try and get some value out of it. I'm going to be completely honest here. 50% of these games I've never played, and I think that's really bad, that fact that I haven't played half the games in this collection. So there it is, and there are many people that will say, well, what on earth is the point in collecting all those games? Equally, there are other people that will say, yeah, but they're there for you to pick whenever you want, so that has some value. And I won't sell anything, and I've made some criticisms on the Retro Game Forum for people selling. Why did you buy in the first place? Well, I refuse to sell unless, touch wood, that I keep my job and everything's fine. I have no intention of selling, but maybe this is the point where I should really stop collecting for a while. Particularly Mega Drive games. You can see the collection here, which I had about 40 games, and very quickly I've picked up 84, 85 games. They're cheap as chips, so that hasn't been too much of an issue. Same if we move down with Xbox games. You can see a few Xbox games there, some there, some there. Very quickly pick those up. Very few 360s. Same with GameCube. But my real indulgence, apart from just generally collecting, has been my PlayStation 3 collection, and there's 72 games in there, and this really isn't about showing off at all, and if you take it that way I apologise. But there's 72 PS3 games there. Why on earth have I bought this many games? There's no logic to it, and I'm sure it could have been better spent. And do I really need now to be buying games when I could be playing games? And I think I've answered my own question there. So this isn't me suffering from some sort of breakdown where I go, what's the point, where are we going? It's simply the fact that I've invested clearly a lot of money in these games. I have limited time, so what on earth am I doing collecting anymore? Does that mean I'm not going to buy another game? Of course not. But maybe the next time I go and say, well, those GameCube games are cheap, those Xbox games are cheap, or maybe I should just say, you've got enough. Just a thought. So, as usual, I'm going to start posting, following these kind of rambling videos. I'll post a couple of gameplay videos. I have noticed these kind of videos are more popular than gameplay videos, whether it's people just having a nosy, and there's nothing wrong with that, I'm not sure. But I've noticed games that I thought were, or at least I thought were unique, like Quack, which was unreleased, actually had the fewest hits of any of my videos. So I'm not sure what that means, other than maybe my gameplay commentary technique is poor. Don't know about that, but maybe it is. So I just wonder what your thoughts are. Have you got to the point where you've collected too many games, and or do you think that collecting in itself is kind of rewarding, and like I've done, kind of, coming up in your game drum and seeing all your stuff is gratifying in some way. But that is the very, very latest update on my collection. I can continue. I can go all the way around the attic room to the other side. Some nappies there, I think, in the corner. But the question is, if I fill the rest of the room, will that make me twice as happy? Probably not. Anyway, enough soul searching and rambling and various things. If you have any views on that, and you have any comments on the videos, please put any comments you have, any questions you have. I would very much appreciate it. So that's it for me, and I'll see you again soon.